We're trying to get the burner setup going. It's important that we do it safely, responsibly, and properly. We want it to work. So, Amazon Prime package. Here's what we got. This is our regulator. A standard propane regulator for your barbecue will not work. What we have here is a 30 psi with a 60 psi gauge. Hooks right up to the propane tank, comes out the other end. I went ahead and got the 8-foot stainless steel braided because it'll look pretty. It was $10 more to go from 4 feet to 8 feet. Distance is always good. So, I take my hose and I go into Lowe's. I know what we're after. I would love to do something similar to the Alex steel burner, where you have that rotatable top. Price a little out there today. We'll play with those later. Right now I want to get working, not playing. So, these are, the T adapter is 1 inch on either end to a 3/4. Then we have the 8-inch nipple in the center, 3/4 inch. And then we have a 3/4 to 1.5 reducer to mount inside the forged top. This is all well and good, but how do we deliver the flame? Well, for that system, I went ahead and got a little fitting, 3/8 inch, that'll mount in the hose for the propane tank. We've got a 4-inch, 6-inch nipple. I think I went with a 6-inch here. I have to measure that. Anyway, this sucker was expensive. So, American valve, 3/8 inch ball valve. This is rated for gas. And that's important. The fact that this will run gas matters to us. So we want to be able to control our flow from the tank. 90-degree elbow here, 4-inch nipple, 3/8 inch cap. The cap will be cleaned up. We'll put our MIG tip right there. Already have some of those. I have not decided if I'll be running a .030 or a .025. I have both. We might play around with that part. So, this will be getting drilled in, mounted in here. I'll be cleaning some of this up, helping with the flow. I'm actually really excited to get this started. One thing I will point out, I found this at Lowe's. A lot of people keep trying to use standard Teflon tape. This is yellow gas line PTFE threaded seal tape. It's a little yellow package. Lowe's had it. Nobody else that I have talked to even knows what this is. But you do not want to use standard Teflon with propane. We did it the right way. $4 less than $3.49. We got some yellow pipe tape. And that's kind of fun to see. Look at that. Probably wasn't clamped as well as I should be. But hey, we're through. It's definitely got some warmth. I'm going to go ahead and back that off and reclamp. So we can work our way out. There we go. Didn't break the bit. Alright, so while we were gone, that's a lot closer to the right size hole now. Especially since I went out, ran to Lowe's because I screwed up. These are supposed to be 1/4 inch, not 3/8 inch. So I had to redo my cap, my nipple, then I got my little 90-degree here into a little reduction coupling. So we swapped that out. Now I'm tightening all this back down. I went ahead and swapped the ball valve here so that it rotates to the back along the big thick 3/8 inch nipple, so that we've got a little more stability here, because I'd like to not stress anything while I'm turning that on and off. Right now I'm tightening this down. This just needs weld out a little further, so I'm going to take my time and get that right. Then I'll go ahead and get this welded in, and we'll carry on from there. Right now, everybody says you just need it hand tight. Yep, well, I'm working with propane. Please pardon me if a little bit of fear carries over and I'm not comfortable just doing this a little bit good enough. I want this solid, well connected. Everything gets thread tape. We will be checking for leaks before we carry on. And I'll definitely show that on film, because leak checking should be visibly seen. We should all know that it was done. But stick around. Okay, I know that I was trying to set it up so that I film everything, and part of the bonus features you get to see all of it step by step. We're not doing that for one reason. Right now we're not set up, we're not organized, and just getting that drilled out so our little nipple slides in there so that I can weld that up. Keeping in mind, I think it is quite well centered if I wiggle it just right. There we go. So we'll be set up perfect. This is what we needed. But that took me 3 trips to the back just to find the hand drill, because we stole my power supply. My wife's working on a house project. Right now the only power supply we have is right here at the electrical box. And that breaker trips if I run the air compressor at the same bloody time. It's hit or miss for a lot of pieces. So watching the whole process would probably be a lot of this. None of us want to watch this for 20 minutes while I run around and try to figure out what the hell's going on. However, as we get set up, once we have a building, once we're actually forging, everything will be filmed. So part of my commitment to you is it gets better. Just wanted to fill you all in. I'm about to try to weld this up, get that cap set up. We do, of course, want to be able to attach the cap before welding, because if I can push this out the end here, see if I can get a decent shot with my lighting. And there we go. So if we can push the nipple out the hole, put the cap on, slide that back in, then weld it up so that it's straight and we can see it straight. That'll be a lot easier than welding it up and then trying to shove a cap down the hole and make sure everything lines up from there. One of the little bonus things things that we get to do is these caps are decently thick. So I'm of course going to take off their little stamp off the end here and round this off a little bit so that it fits in the hole better. Why does that matter? Well, by doing that setup, getting that in there that way, it allows for us to do a little bit of cleanup to ensure we're straight as we're coming at this. So there is still a little bit of room to work with it. If I have to take a little section off, I could get a nail file or a small round file in here from the side, hit that front end, get it straighter. So we do have a few options, and it does fit nicely in that little hole. I mean, you just can't beat that. So we could completely plug that if we have to. But I'll be back. I don't know if you could hear that, my wife hollering for me at the end of me saying why I'm not recording absolutely everything right now. Turns out the puppies had found a shrew. They captured the shrew and then proceeded to kill it. So, if you heard my wife yelling, which I'll check while editing, it was probably because the puppies ate a shrew. They definitely have a little bit of terrier in them. It came out. It's kind of funny. Maybe they will make good hunting dogs. I'm going to have to look into that. We'll be back. Hey everybody, welcome back. As you can see today, we have safety goggles. We're going to try honing out the end of the barrel here. Get this a little more streamlined, see if that helps with airflow at the base, see if that's part of where we're hanging up, and if that doesn't help, a couple of other things I'm going to try to do is go ahead and throw covers, little vents on either side here, and then I may try swapping out tips. As you can see though, it's just been sitting inside. It's getting a nice reddish color. It has been out of the elements, in a shop, shed, whatever, and yet it's still taking on rust, essentially, from humidity. So I'm probably going to hit that with a can of spray paint. May have to go buy some of that grill paint, if that's more high temp. May even go find some nice high temp paint, paint it with that. So maybe make it grabber green. Also, the eye is definitely getting better. I can see. We're good. Precautions. Let's go ahead and grind this out. Get to work.